Brady, thank you so much for doing this. How's your summer going?
Things are great. Thanks for having me, guys.
Our pleasure. You gotta break this down. How many times have you belted out Mr. Brightside thus far this summer? I know you've had a couple weddings too.
Oof. It's been probably less than some past summers, but I mean, probably the best one was at Matthew's wedding this summer. So that got people going.
Hmm. I bet, Brady. What's take us through what your summer routine looks like as you're in the off season here?
Yeah, no, I'm just starting to ramp up. I'm a big proponent of taking some time off away from the ice and letting your kind of body heal and work on things that you need to get better and stronger in the gym, faster on the turf. So I like to be in the gym, like 3 times a week on the turf, track, field, different type of stuff like that twice. And I'm a big believer in Pilates and boxing. And Pilates, I think, just helps your overall strength, mobility, and being comfortable in, I guess, uncomfortable positions. And boxing, I think it's way better to, hit some pads or hit the boxing bag versus, going all out on the bike. So I love adding that to the regime, and it's been awesome.
Brady, got to congratulate you as well. Obviously, last week it comes out, and as somebody who played the NHL video game for so many years, you're on the cover with your old man and your brother Matthew. Like, what was that whole experience like? And like, how did you guys find out that you're getting that honor?
I mean, it's a tremendous honor. I think Matthew said it best. Like, you never really, you know kind of see it happen as a kid, but now that it's here and now that that opportunity was presented and it's happened, it's a dream come true. I think if you go back to our 10-year-old selves, they'd be losing their mind right now that we'd be on the cover. And no, just got a text from our agent that it was a possibility, and that a couple weeks later it was a done deal. So we were super fired up, and they were easy, and it was just so special to share that with my dad and brother.
Hmm. Brady, I want to take you back to last season's playoff run against the Leafs. What's the first thing that stands out about that series to you?
Well, I mean, I just no. Of course, they have such a great team. We knew going into it. It's probably the deepest team that they've had in the last couple of years, and we knew it was going to be a dogfight right from the opening puck drop all the way to the final whistle there. And of course, there's a lot of time this summer that you could have shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and I mean, games 2, 3, 4, all overtime, and just a one shot difference. Um, so yeah, I think what's great about it is there's so many learning lessons within that I know I've taken, and I know it's going to make me, not just a better player, but a better captain as well.
And your career was building up to this. You finally get your first shot at the Stanley Cup playoffs, and in general, hockey fans are horned up. We see you at the Four Nations. How much different did that Battle of Ontario feel going from the regular season to the Stanley Cup playoffs? Did it live up to the billing of what you imagined it would be?
Yeah, no, 100%. Of course, there's a lot of talk going into it, and I think it was great for both cities to kind of relive those memories. But I think we're living in kind of a different age and era of hockey where there wasn't going to be fights, and just that's not how their team was built. That's not really how our team is built. It's going to be a really hard competitive battles every single shift, but there's not going to be no line brawls and going toe to toe. But no, I think it was just pretty cool to see. Of course, first 2 games, first 2 playoff experiences, and hearing their building was super loud, and of course the chants, the chirps was a pretty cool experience. And then getting back to our building and being a part of the loudest building that I've ever been in, it was so cool. I think it's just spoke to the years of adversity that we faced, and for everybody to get through that, not just our team but our city. I think it was pretty special to be a part of.
Mm-hmm. Brady, it's no secret that you get pretty jacked up for international play and the ability to play for your country. And being an Olympic year, that's going to happen here again. Is it hard for you to switch off the fact that these guys are normally your enemies, and then all of a sudden, in the snap of a finger, you got to become teammates with them and really go to war?
It's I think it's mutual for everybody. Is the best way I can describe it. Is of course once we get together, there's just so many connections that honestly I didn't even realize. Like Jake Ottinger, I played with him at BU, and so it's easy to connect with him. And Jack Hughes, of course, our relationship as families, and all the national team development guys that were not just 97's my brother's age that I know, but just throughout the years, all those guys that played, you kind of have that mutual connection of sharing experiences. So you kind of already have those roots of relationships with guys, and it's just such a short term. And so I think everybody's mindset is just the quickest team that gels together and becomes a team, and same goal, same mission, then that's going to be the most successful team. And I thought Four Nations, that group was one of the closest that I've ever been a part of, and I expect the Olympics to be the same, or if not better.
What's Auston Matthews like behind the scenes?
I've known Auston since I think I was 14 or 15, and he's always been so good, and he's just so funny, and such a great guy to be around, and was pretty awesome for me to be able to learn from him, and him as a captain, and what makes kind of himself, and of course one of the best players in the NHL, and I was just super impressed with how dialed in he was, and so professional, and how even keel he was, that it almost felt like nothing bothers him, and he just is going to go out there, lead by example with his work ethic, and I think a lot of the things that he does goes under the radar, and it's just now he's of course such an important piece for our team, but I was just very lucky to be able to learn from him as well.
I'm curious, Brady, do you think the Maple Leafs got better this offseason, or what's your thoughts on their squad this year?
Honestly, I haven't really kind of paid attention to a lot of teams. I've kind of just been really focused on our team, and I mean, it's hard not to say everybody in our division got better or is going to be the same or better. So I'll be interested to see, and of course, there's going to be some battles there from our last playoff experience. So I think I was kind of on this call a little bit before I hopped on, just kind of hearing, just Montreal, Toronto, Florida's still top of the mountain. Tampa's always good. Buffalo, Detroit. I'm missing a team, but everybody's gotten better. I think it's the toughest division in the league. So you really got to make your mark when the time comes in those big divisional games.
Yeah, poor Buffalo. I got to mention as well, you and your bro, some of the biggest trollers in the league. I could picture you guys just sitting there with popcorn in hand watching the whole Mitch Marner situation unfold. What'd you make of all that?
Yeah, I mean, I know Matthew played with Mitch, and I've just gotten to know Mitch over the last couple of years. So obviously, I don't really know the ins and outs of negotiation. I know how my negotiation went, and it's not all sunshine and rainbows until something gets done. Then it becomes great. So obviously, they didn't agree, and Vegas could be the best thing for them. And when it comes to a change, I bet change is hard, but we'll have to kind of wait and see, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and with your Sens team, being up and coming and look like they're getting better all the time, being coached by Travis Green, is that something that is that relationship pretty solid? And would you have a tough time playing for, say, a softer coach if it wasn't Greener?
No, I mean, I think he's been great for our group. I think it showed this year the things that he really wanted us to focus on. I think we bought into that, and that mindset kind of got us to where we are. And it always helps to have a guy who played behind the bench too. That he's not just coaching; he can back it up too with his playing career. So I think he was the best thing for us, and he's not afraid to hold everybody accountable, which I think that's important. That that nobody's kind of able to do whatever they want. It's all about the team, and that's been our focus right from day one that he's got here. It's how are each individual going to help this team win and get us to that next spot that we want to get to.
Yeah, and I thought that was a fun little wrinkle to the Battle of Ontario in the Stanley Cup playoffs is that Greeny played for both sides, the Maple Leafs, and obviously coaching now with the Ottawa Senators. I'd be remiss if we didn't wrap by asking you about the big news on Monday regarding your Ottawa Senators. The Sens and the National Capital Commission agreed on the scale of, or the sale, of 4.5 hectares of land at LeBreton Flats, which means the process is underway to get you guys a new building. What'd you make of all that news on Monday?
Yeah, I just kind of saw that. Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of all that stuff behind the scenes. All I've seen is there's more hurdles to get to. So I don't know what that entails, but I think it's exciting. I think it's of course we have a great rink that we're playing at now, but I think a rink downtown will just I think it makes more accessible for people all across the city. So the more people that it's accessible to, that more support, more fan base, and even though I think we have the best fan base in the league, so no, it's exciting, and of course we'll have to wait and see.
Make sure to check out more of our content right here on the Leafs Nation YouTube page. We got long-form interviews, we got clips, we got epic rants by Jay Rosehill. We simply have it all, and don't forget, you can find out much more at theleafsnation.com. Thanks so much for watching.